Yo, hey, we're back. Yo, you must all watch that game last night, man. So now, okay, now, man, let's just hand the keys to the car to Dwayne Haskins, man. He looks so great. He Eagles had about three blown coverages, guys running wide open. Hey, remember, but then again, he's a high first round draft pick. He's supposed to make these plays. So they scored. Now I'm hearing Mason needs to be replaced, blah 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 blah. Here's what I got to say about this. The Eagles first team looked great. They were up, 10, 16 to nothing? And on defense, they had Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham, and our old boy, Javon Hargrave, out there on defense. Steven Nelson, our old boy, Darius Slay, former Pro Bowler, multi-time Pro Bowler. Okay, so that doesn't matter going up against them. But when they go out and the Eagles have no depth behind that, that's everything should count. So if we're talking about Mason not throwing for any touchdowns, so I guess now, because Jalen Samuels, that backup defense out there, 95, 100 some degrees, who's exhausted, they didn't even sub out, which the Eagles commentators were surprised they weren't substituting for him. They were gassed from heat exhaustion. So now that Jalen Samuels looks like Derrick Henry out there, maybe we should bench Najee now and put him down a fourth string. Because now Jalen Samuels and Anthony McFarland, who can't get out of his own way, they look like superstars running up against guys that ain't going to even lucky to sniff a practice squad, much less play on Sundays. So that doesn't matter now. So Mason played against guys that are Pro Bowlers that are definitely playing all day, every day on Sundays. But Dwayne Haskins is playing against guys that ain't. They're going to be on the couch looking to get a tryout to make a practice squad. So that's where we're at now. So he did what he was supposed to do. And he should have been slicing them up all day long. So, and then you all bragging about it. So it's like that shows that you don't got no confidence in the guy anyway. Period. Rudolph, again, look, I know, here's what I said. Rudolph can't, for some reason, can't consistently put a drive together to score points. He has to find a way to finish off drives. I've already said that. But again, he had one incompletion out of 9 attempts, 8 or 9? The ball Thursday did make were right there. They just self-destructed. A couple holding penalties here and there or whatever. The play calls, whatever. But again, it wasn't like he was so bad, multiple picks, guys are wide. No, that's not the case. Haskins he made, I say, one pretty good throw over the middle of the radar on a third down. I think he threw it like a couple of decent throws. But other than that, it was the same stuff, the check downs. And it was 3 blown coverages by the Eagles that left guys running wide open. Two. I'll say this. He did roll out. I'll give him that one where he threw the touchdown because, again, he bought time. And that, again, when you buy that time, Ben used to do that. That was vintage Ben back in the day. Get out, buy time, let your wide receivers break loose. And that was it. He can roll out a little better than Mason. That's about as far as it goes. But his arm strength, it's not like they're all saying it is. It's decent. Rudolph, they somehow how weak his arm was. He put another 35-yard dime on Deontay Johnson's back shoulder with decent coverage. Okay? Let me see Dwayne Haskins could have that attempt 100 times and fall incomplete 100 times. That's where my money's at. So again, but the thing about him is Haskins making the team. I'll say that now. Dobbs, he got no time and then he rushed and he got picked off. It looked like Josh Dobbs, why we got rid of him before. Weak arm, late read and picked off. So again, he didn't do anything spectacular. Haskins played the whole game against your backups. What this game show was, the Eagles got a strong first team, but they have nothing behind it. They have lacked any type of depth. That's why we got back to the game. We're a lot deeper, and that showed. So that was the difference. And not only that, they still leaned on the running game. It was McFarland, Samuels, let me tell you something. Samuels wouldn't have got a yard against that Eagles D-line with Hargrave, Graham, and Fletcher Cox. Najee Harris still covered 5, 6, 7 yards at a time per attempt. But again, we're comparing apples to oranges. Let's put Dwayne Haskins with our ones and let him go against these first stringers, against first team defenses. Let's see if he can have that same success in scoring drives against them. Okay, let me tell you something. If Najee Harris would have ran against what Jalen Samuels and McFarland ran last night, he'd still be running now. What are you talking about? So I guess we should just bench him too. No, man, hey, he's a bust. Why don't we just trade him? Put him on the back line, Something Jalen Samuels couldn't sniff a yard against a defense in 4 or 5 years. Now he's running through people and running over people. So now I guess that's the way. This is a preseason game. A preseason game. And y'all jumping up and down for this guy. Something he should have been doing. He's a first-round pick. He should have carved them up. Anyway, they leaned on the damn run game the whole time. Come on, man. I mean, my God. I mean, the guy, this is embarrassing. I mean, he did this and he did that. He threw 1 touchdown pass. There were 2 other running touchdowns, okay? They were running the ball pretty much every time. A little couple play actions here or there. And the crazy thing was, he still nearly had 2 picks. Mason didn't have close to any picks. This dude nearly had 2 picks. And let me tell you something. If you would have had a Steven Nelson and Darius Slay, guess what? Those balls were getting picked off. That one, he got banned. It was defensive PI in the end zone. And the other one, dude just got a hand on, was late jumping and should have been picked off. So he got away. You're not going to get away with that with top quality cornerbacks that are first stringer. You're not getting away with that against that type of competition. So again, as you can see, that's what's going on in practice. They just brought that out too as well. He's, ever since that Hall of Fame game in practice, he's only completing 54% of his passes. So, like I said, now I want to see, let's let the roles reverse. Let's put all the pressure on Haskins, him to go out with the first team and see what he does. And then we can put Rudolph with the backups and then let it play out that way. Or not play Rudolph at all. Let's see what Haskins can do. That's what I want to see. Because at the end of the day, if Haskins ever wants to be a starter, he's not playing against guys that don't play on Sundays. Or practice squad guys that be lucky enough to make special teams. Be playing at all. If they play on Sundays or on special teams, they ain't making an impact. Or they're not dressing at all. So, again, he's got to do it against who's playing on Sundays. Your first stringers, okay? Because guess what? Your Hargraves and all them, this and all that, your Steven Nelson Slays, they're staying in there. They're going to play the majority of the game. You're not throwing against these other guys. So, and that's the thing. And guess what? You'll have your Deontay Johnsons, Jujus, and Claypool's out there as well. So, let's see what happens with that. But I see, like I said, the only thing he didn't do, he didn't beat himself. But it wasn't anything spectacular. He made the plays that he's expected to make. He should have made. People were jumping up and down. These guys were nothing but blown coverages. Guys running freely wide open. He wasn't making any throws with covers like Tam where the guy's sticking to him like glue. Any tight window throws. These guys were wide open.
That's right. And if they notice, they're going against the number 1.
Mason's throws were in a lot tighter windows, and they weren't anything long except for that 35-yard bomb, but he was still on point with it. It's a lot. The game is moving a lot faster with those type of athletes. The game slowed down. Nobody cared about it. So again, let's see what he can do now. Okay, so he graduated. Okay, let's take the training wheels off Dwayne Haskins now. And I said it. And I thought Matt Canada still was very conservative with his handling of the play calling for Dwayne. He was real conservative, still leaning on the run. Anytime they could ran 10 yards, 10 yards a clip every time they wanted to. So let's be aggressive with him. If you're comfortable now, if you feel that he's building up some confidence, now let's get him against the ones and let's let him loose. Let him go. We'll see what happens. Well, Ben's probably going to start, obviously, in Game 3. It's a dress rehearsal. And let's bring Haskins in second. Let him get in there. And then, you know what? Then we'll get a better look. Especially if it's, again, I don't even care who we're playing. I think it's the Lions. But still, they may have their number ones out there as well for a long amount of time. It's like a dress rehearsal before the regular season starts. So let's see what happens in that. We've already seen Mason a couple of times. Mason only had 3 drives apiece. He didn't play that, whatever. And he is, 6 of 9 and 8 of 9. No touchdowns, no picks at the same time. Like I said, Najee Harris, he's having the good yards clippers, but it's not like he's got touchdowns or they got touchdowns. They're not making mistakes. But come on, put Mason with going against, practice squad players and guys that'll be watching on the couch and same thing with Najee Harris and see what they do. And numbers probably even better. So let's see what they can do. We'll see what happens against the Lions. See if they put Haskins in second after Ben and see what he can do against elite competition as far as defense, first team and all that. So that's all I got to say as far as that. Everybody's clamoring for this, man. It's chill. It's preseason, man. Okay, against backups that ain't gonna make any of these teams. So let's chill. And you watch the game again. Just watch it without being biased and stuff like that or whatever. Again, and let's see what happens. Because at the end of the day, he's got to build off this. So now he's got everybody backing him. this and all that. So now it's time to step it up. So if you really believe in him, it's time to put him in there against having facing first stringers, first team defenses, and let's see what he can do. Let's see him put up a couple touchdowns and all that. Let's see him move the ball down the field against first team defenses. Then if he does that, then he's making improvements. But yeah, that's yet to be seen. All right, y'all have a good one.